wanted to we wanted to give you an overview of how application tracking system works. That is called as ATS, and what are the best practices to crack through the industry. Because of lately, we have noticed a trend where we are receiving a lot of questions from job seekers who say we've been applying for jobs, but we are not receiving any responses. So we wanted them to understand what happens when they apply for jobs, and how their applications get reviewed, and what kind of system or process the resumes or their applications go through, so they can do better and get relevant to the job postings that they're applying for. So that is the discussion that
Adil bhai, your
is.
voice suddenly stopped.
Okay, am I audible now?
Yes, yes. Now you are audible.
Okay.
Okay.
Um, Okay, so for one job, there are numerous number of applications. So if I have to generalize, let's say if there is one opening, the average amount of applications received is about 40 to 100, anywhere between 40 to 100. And from those pool of applications, your resume have to stand out for you to be shortlisted for the interview, and then obviously you will have to perform good during the interview process to get selected. So that is the discussion that we're going to have today. From the pool of 40 to 100 people, how can your resume stand out? What are the things that you need to do, and why did you face difficulties earlier in getting your CVs or applications shortlisted? Audible? Shoaib sir, audible है ना?
हाँ audible है.
Okay. All right. So we will discuss the resume problem, no experience loop, how you can apply smarter. We will discuss if you don't have any real-time working experience, how internship can help you, and what you can start doing after this discussion from tonight. Obviously, whenever you decide to action based on your interest. All right. So this is one of the there is a trend in the market. Usually what happens is, I'm not blaming anybody, but usually what happens is the resumes get copied, and it is true in 80% of people, they do not build their resume. So they gradually copy it from someone, maybe from their siblings, from their friends. Some even go to internet cafes, and they use a standard template. They edit the names, the general details, and hand it over to the candidate. That's how a resume comes into an existence. uh, but that is not the ideal place to start, believe me, because your resume is basically an introduction of you and what you have done for about 15 to 18 years of your life. That is your schooling years, your senior years, the intermediate years, and then your graduation years, and post that, whatever time you have spent, trying to search the job. So on an average, 10 plus 2 plus 3 or 4 would be a 15 to 16 years. And getting the resume built by someone else without knowing what the details are in the resume is the most irresponsible job a person can do after spending 15 to 16 years of their education trying to grow into a professional career. So that is a big no. If someone has done that in past, please stop doing that and take ownership of your profile. Build your own resume. And while building your resume, please make sure that you do not have any weak objectives or generic statements. So you want to take ownership of what you have done in your previous job. And for that, you can say, I have helped the team grow in terms of the deliverables that we were able to do, and so on. This is for experienced people. Now, for freshers, what can they do? You can say, I have been an active participant in the projects that we do, the internal discussions that we have, or any kind of activity that you have performed. We know a lot of tech colleges have hackathons and marathons in terms of learnings. And if you have been a participant, please discuss about that. If you have been part of a business tour for from a non-technical college, if you belong, let's say you're doing BBA or BCom, and you have been on a field trip, so please make sure that you're bringing that field trip experience or that business tour experience on your profile and mentioning that detail. So the interviewer would feel that you were excited about the opportunity that you got, and your questions will follow on that particular area. Whatever you're mentioning in your resume, your questions would get easier. If you're not mentioning any detail, let's say you're a fresher, all you have on your profile is your education, your family details, what you want to do in your life, and another statement that all the details that I have furnished is true. Now, as an interviewer, I would not know what to ask you. But if you mention that you've been part of project detailing in your college or a business tour, so I know I can ask questions to you about your personality, and then maybe from your interest perspective, what are your hobbies, or why do you find it exciting to work in this field, or why did you apply for our company? These would be three areas that I will bring questions from. And then immediately, if I have nothing else, then I will have to wander. I will have to pick from your answers. So let's say if you slutter, and while answering any of questions from these three areas, if you stutter, I know I will stick to it. But if you mention about a project that you have been on, or about an industrial tour you've been on, or an internship that you have been in, my focus will be on that particular area, because that is where you have done something productive. I don't have to crib on your personal detailing. So this is very important. If you are a fresher, always make sure that you have something an interviewer can lean on while getting your interview done. And if you don't have anything, then you will start getting personal questions, and you may feel uneasy answering them. All right. Uh, okay. Copying resume is very bad, because ATS, the applicant tracking system, is a software. It is an automated software. And let's say if it receives one application, it is in some kind of formatting or design. The second time it receives the similar kind of resume, it mostly ignores it, because it has already reviewed the same kind of format or the design or the template. Right? So don't do that, please. And one of the very important things that you have to do is, whenever you receive an opening in a company, and you're trying to apply for a job, our uh, initiative says that the sooner that we apply for this job, the better. That is the psychology. And I understand there is a rush, because at the top of your head, you want to get a job, you have to get your life started, you have to move on in your careers, so on and so forth. Very respectfully, that is the first big mistake that you're doing. The reason behind is whenever you receive a notification for a job, there are three things that you have to do as basic. The first is understand what is that job about. Okay? If someone says, we have an opening where we're looking to hire tax accountants, and if I'm a commerce graduate, I would think about what does it mean by tax accounts. So is this person only talking about managing taxes, or is this person also managing about the general accounting, or the accounts payable, or the accounts receivable? This is where my interest should wander. So I should start questioning, what do I know about tax accounting? Am I prepared to answer the questions about taxes? This is very this is the best place to start. The second question would be, why is there a need of a position called tax accountant? Is tax really important? Right? So, as the law of land requires, you really have to maintain and the taxing to follow the company, the legal parts of the law of land. So, taxes are really important. The third area that you should, or the third important discussion or topic that you should have on your mind is, what is the company that is going to hire me? What do they do? So start researching about the company. If you start researching about the company, there are a couple of things that you will come across. The first would be previous experiences of people who have worked in that particular company. Let's say if there are about 20 feedbacks on LinkedIn, Google, or Glassdoor that you're reading, and someone says this is the best place for freshers to start. The staff is very cooperative and friendly when it comes to training needs. They make sure that you understand things, and they help you in getting your career started. So you already know it is the best place to start. So based on that feedback, you can build your expectations, prepare for interview, go on, and get started. You get the job and get your career started. This is the best scenario. Let's say you are reading about a company, and there are a lot of negative reviews. Um, Companies like, I don't want to name, but there have been great experiences recently. There are great startups which came into existence, and they literally flipped the market upside down, and they were gone. They were gone very soon. Byju's is one of them, because the company is close. I can talk about it. Byju's came into existence. They were first education startup in India. They overtook a lot of companies, a lot of institutions. They worked for a couple of years, and then they were gone from the industry. And if you go back, check their feedback on Glassdoor or LinkedIn or Google or any other places that holds, you will be able to read number of negative feedbacks for Byju's. So it is really important that you research. So know about the company, know about the position, and know about the qualification that is required for that particular position. All right, let's move on. Okay. Now, this section applies to everyone. So we know about action verb. We talk about building. We talk about leading, or we talk about when we talk about numbers or the impact that we have created as an individual. Let's say I'm a fresher, but I still have to talk about impact that I bring to the table for the interviewer to feel interested in me. So I'm into sports. So I would say I participated in the sports uh, team for my college, and I have done so and so. If it was football, I will mention that. If it was cricket, I will mention that. Let's say I do not have any sports interest, and I never did that. So I would say I was always active in group discussions, right? Um, the idea is to ensure we are giving an opening for the interviewer to get hooked up in the conversation with us. And remember, the interview is all about your communication. The clearer communication that you have with your interviewer, right, the more are the chances that you will get selected. Most of the times, what generally happens is an interviewer asks a question. Here is a question for you, Adil. Uh, why do you think there is a deficiency of oil these days in India? So they asked a question about oil, but my response will make them understand how I think, how I approach a problem, and what kind of natural response do I have for a situation. Let's say if I get started and say, because of so and so condition, because of the war, or because of the increasing prices, or because of the tension that is happening in the Middle East, there is the Strait of Hormuz is closed, and we are in the situation and all of that. They would know that I am aware of what is happening. And if I say, uh, because of the real time challenges that the world is facing right now, and there is a lot of uncertainty, and whatever happens tomorrow, which is not in our control, India is trying to save the fuel. So whenever situations get worse, we don't have the life doesn't stops for us. So what we're doing here is, while answering the question, we're making sure we are uh, giving an idea that we are aware. Two, we're not bringing any kind of negativity to the table. Three, we're also making sure that we're positive about answering questions. Sorry. Uh, so that is how you should approach in terms of questions. If you come across any situations that you have to face, all right, give me one sec, please. All right. I want to take a minute of time. Shoaib sir, are you active on chat?
Yes, yes, Adil bhai.
Okay. Um, I don't want to give a feeling that I'm running through the presentation. So if we have any questions until now, then we can take it and move on to the next area of the presentation.
Okay, okay. Participant, if you have any question, please put that on the chat. As of now, I have not given you right to unmute. I will give you that towards the end. But meanwhile, if you have any question, feel free to put that on the chat window. Or your feedback also. Are you good? Are you following up? Is it going fine? Feel free to put so that we know that. Okay, I think looks like Adil bhai it is going well. You can
Okay.
continue.
All right, sir. Thank you. Okay. Something happened. Okay, here I am. All right. Now let's talk about no experience. I'm sure this area is relevant to a lot of people, but I have been talking about how to break the experience loop from the beginning. But the best practices that you can follow are here. So for people who are from tech background, and if they come back to me anytime and say I don't have any experience, it would technically I would read that person as naive. Uh, Naive is not aware, because In terms of technical skills, you can demonstrate. There are a number of platforms you can demonstrate your skills on. So if you do coding, if you have interest in programming, if that is your background, you should build your GitHub library, and you should always have your whatever you did or whatever you achieved displayed on GitHub or any other libraries or any other open source hosting platforms where this gets hold. For people who are coming from non-technical background, we will not discuss about the medical profession. The reason being, most of the time, their colleges or hospitals have an internal internship criteria. So this is mostly applicable to non-technical and technical graduates who are of non-medical fields. So college projects is the best place to start for you guys. Let's say if you are not very lucky, if you were not able to do the projects in your colleges, the next thing that you can think about is volunteering. Now, what does volunteering brings? Um, See, I'm a volunteer here. uh, there is no reason or there is no mandate for me to sit on this call and talk to you guys for an hour. But we do it. Why do we do it? There are a number of reasons. One is this shows how serious I am about my professional life and my growth, and to stay relevant in the market. What happens is if I get disconnected from the market, I'm only talking about myself, I'm not talking about how it impacts others. If I get disconnected from the market, and after 2 to 3 years, for unforgiven situations, I have to go back to the market and search a job. I have to come into the market, take awareness, understand what is going on, prepare, and then apply for jobs. That mean I am disconnected for a good amount of time, and when I come back to the market, I need a starter. Sometimes it is a month, sometimes it is 2 months, sometimes it is 6 months, sometimes it could be a year. And it is a trend that happens with a lot of people who are experienced. But if you are aware of the market, and if you know what is going on, and if you have been a volunteer, actively understanding what is where the industry is trending, where the technology is trending, there are 90% of the chances that you flutter, you need something to hold on to. So you start preparing, you apply, and you get different opportunity altogether. Volunteering is required for awareness and for your own preparation. Your mental state is always in check if you are a volunteer. The third best thing to do is online certifications. Always start with online certifications. There are number of platforms which offer free certifications for you. Non-technical, you have Google. For technical, you have Google, um, Udemy. If we talk about paid services, you have Udemy, you have NYUni, a lot of things, a lot of platform, Coursera, HubSpot, that is relevant for you. And if you are from commerce, you can follow somebody on YouTube, let's say, who are doing content on commerce and how the industry is trending on in uh, finance retrospect, how funds account work, how cost account works, how fund management is done, how cost management is done, and all of that. Okay. And if you are tech, you can always find channels, get associated, start learning. Google has free tech certifications, be it digital marketing, be it coding, be it IT help desk, be it cybersecurity, Azure. Google always have a free certification where you can get started. So if you are a fresher and you have a certification sitting with you from Google, it takes about 30 days minimum to 45 days as time taken for the certification to complete. So the person who's interviewing you already knows that you are serious. You spend 30 to 45 days to get that certification from Google. So it talks a lot about your commitment. So make sure you get started on a certification the moment you are completed with your final year graduation. Now, when I talk about certifications, do not study software application which are functional. So if you are a commerce graduate, do not start studying Oracle directly. If you are a commerce graduate, do not go for SAP courses directly. No, understand your subject. Core skills are more important. If you are an engineer, your coding skills are more important than how Azure works or how AWS works. And similarly, if you are a commerce graduate, your core skills, how accounting works, how taxation work, how auditing works, how fund account works, these should be the skills that you should pick on instead of trying to learn Tally, Focus, Wings, SAP, Oracle, or any other Salesforce or any other ERP. Do not focus on ERP. Focus on your skills. All right. After that, you can, if you have done a freelance about anything, it could not be relevant to the industry, but it again shows how committed you are and how you're looking to get started early in your career, and you really need a job at this point in time. So the interviewer would feel that this guy is looking for a breakthrough, and he is very passionate about his career. And if I'm giving that opportunity to him, we can definitely benefit from this particular person. So it talks about initiative. And if you have done any kind of projects, we talked about this. If you have on your own done any kind of projects that you can display on GitHub or any other collaborative app, then you can show. So that's about it. So again, projects, volunteering, online certifications, freelance, and any contributions that you have done on GitHubs. Okay, there is another angle to this particular discussion that we can talk about. Not about social media, but let's say if you are an organizer, if you are an event organizer where you took initiative of some kind. So you talked about spreading road safety awareness. That is community awareness. So if you have done anything important for the community, you can include that in your resume as well. So you participated in blood camps, you participated in road safety awareness, you participated in helmet safety awareness, or you were part of the winter drives where you reached out to people who are suffering or do not have enough type of clothing or the bed needed for them to survive the winter, and you offered some kind of assistance. Uh, if it is an individual help, you cannot mention that. But if you are part of a greater cause or a greater collaborative project, that you can mention. And that is why we discuss this as in a general term as volunteering, but community awareness also comes under volunteering. Just so you can make a note of that and mention that as well. Moving on to the next area. Now, I want to take a minute here and discuss. Shobe, can we open the mic, please?
Yes, yes. Okay, let me just do that.
Thank you.
So participant, you can unmute now, and if you have any question, you can directly ask to Adil bhai. I see there are someone has done some red line actually. I don't know how they have drawn on the PPT. It is not showing well, and
No, that
so
that looks
Adil
like
bhai,
a
I can see. Huh?
no. That looks like a
People.
user.
Mm-hmm. I see people have put some
Matt,
question on the chat also actually. If you will go,
Shobha, you can
will
stop the annotation. You can stop the annotation for the participants so that they do not do this again.
annotation which setting?
Yeah.
Adil bhai, let me make you co-host actually. I'm not seeing that setting actually where to do that. Meanwhile,
Can
please
you
feel free to ask questions.
हेलो अस्सलाम वालेकुम आदिल भाई.
Alaikum salam. Yes, sir.
So my name is Mohammad Irfan. I'm from
Mm-hmm.
Mumbai. So approx 10 plus years of experience I have in IT sector,
Mm-hmm.
and 5 years relevant experience in cybersecurity, endpoint security.
Okay.
Unfortunately, last 2 months job gaya mera due to no project. Still
Mm-hmm.
we are struggling. We are facing many challenges. Just I'm asking about the can we come to the Dubai on a work visit visa and apply for like that only. They are not provide a much salary as well in India, as per my experience.
See, I'll tell you what. Your name is
Mohammad Irfan.
Muhammad Irfan bhai. Irfan sir, if I was in your position, what I will try to do is I will obtain a Dubai number. There are a lot of paid services which offer you the local number of any country that you want to apply or get a process done in. So I will, instead of going to Dubai and struggling in person, what I will try is for a month I will buy a paid number and I will
Okay.
spend some money on that area. And then, based on my resume and my interest, I will go to the portals, the job portals, or the third-party portals that offer or post these kind of jobs, and start applying. And based on the number of interview calls or responses that I get, I would plan my trip. I would not up and go to Dubai. See, that is my personal perspective, and it also talks a lot about understanding how the industry is trending. If there are no jobs in the market, you going there and spending a month and 3 months and then struggling in your personal capacity and not finding jobs and going that through that trauma, it will all impact your overall mental health and physical health as well.
Correct, correct, sir. Family is also there. My kids also there, and
So
no
instead of doing that, this is the kind of approach that I would personally recommend. But in sometimes people have families staying abroad, so they find it easy to lean on them. But personally, I would always try to read the impulse
Hello.
of the market before planning.
Okay,
Hello.
bhai. Could you please send a number that consultancy? Connect with them.
Okay, two people spoke over each other. I did not understand anyone.
Irfan here. Just send a number of the consultancy, so we'll connect with them and let's see. They will help you. What
Okay,
the-
we're not offering any kind of services, sir. So if you're asking for any kind of number, I would not
Yeah,
have it.
just
But if you want to connect with CGC, at the end of this meeting, someone will drop the CGC WhatsApp group's number, so you
okay.
can stay connected with us. And if you have questions, or if you have specific questions, you can send to someone, and we will make sure to answer that for you.
Okay, okay. Thank you. Jazakallah.
Okay.
Assalamu alaikum,
Anyone?
Adil sir.
Walaikum assalam. Yes, sir.
How are you?
Good. How are you?
Yes, I'm doing great, and thank you for asking, Mr. Adil sir. So, as you said just now, it's spending a few months in Dubai or anywhere else, and this point I was not knowing, and I come up here in Saudi right now and struggling for job honestly. So it's been 2 to 3 months here, uh, and I have few interviews in pipeline for me in
Hmm.
IT. I'm looking in cloud and DevOps,
Hmm.
and the thing is, I want to be present myself and be there, like, I should not lack anywhere in my idea skills, or not even skills, but to present myself in an interview, so that I can grab a job. So at the end, we need a job actually. I need a job actually. So that is my
Yep.
point. So what I am missing is, uh, it's been a quite long. I haven't given an interview. Okay, and to for example, if I'm working on a cloud, I am trying to interact with cloud and giving interviews to it, or an AI. So I'm missing to give an interview to a person. So how should I come up with this? If there are any multiple questions, challenges what I have had faced, they might ask me. So how should I bring this up, and maybe I can enhance more on my interview skills.
Okay. So you are having a conundrum where you're not able to receive a mock feedback from a human. I understand. I mean,
Exactly.
you're not able to receive a feedback. Basically, you're doing well, you're preparing, but you're not receiving any kind of feedback. Okay. So in terms of mock interviews, I don't know. I mean, I'm just speaking to myself. Shoaib sir, please correct me. If we have enough people who are really interested to give mock interviews, we can maybe organize one mock interview session in a month or 2 months. But we really need people to come up with initiative. If someone says that, sir, we want to give mock interviews and we want someone to facilitate that, CGC is very happy to take that initiative and get started. In your specific case, I would say take more interviews, apply to more places. Instead of being comfortable and applying from the comfort of your home, go on the field or talk to people and start understanding what is happening in the industry right now. Read their impulse. That is where you will get the human feedback from. And if you still find difficulty, please connect with CGC. We will see if we can discuss something with you in person. It is not a commitment. We will definitely try based on the availability of volunteers who can understand what you are doing, because cloud systems is something that I do not understand. Shoaib sir does. If he has some time, he may commit, or someone else may. All right.
All right. I will
Thank you.
I will connect with CGC, inshallah. And
All
thank
right,
you
sir.
for.
Okay. Any
Adil
other
bhai,
questions?
can you do one thing? Screen, like, share your screen again. Once stop it and share it again. And looks like when you will share, you might have the option to disable annotation for others, so that people won't be able to, like, put some mark or something on the PPT. Please stop sharing and share again.
Okay. I'm thinking. Okay. This is where share is.
And share. While sharing, are you getting option to disable annotation for others?
No, sir.
Okay, fine. But it is fine. We can see your screen. And other, I would request, don't do any annotation on the screen while it is online. So you
Assalamu
can continue. Yeah, please. Yeah, please go ahead. Thank.
Assalamu alaikum, Adil bhai. How are you?
Good, sir. Walaikum assalam.
Adil bhai, I just got a job in Tech Mahindra. It's a BPS, and the client is Verizon. It is total wireless voice. So I just wanted to ask, will it help me to gain technical skills? I'm actually going for. I want to make career in IT and cybersecurity. So I just wanted to ask.
Yes, sir. You will. So if it is internet technical service provider help desk, you will get understanding of basic level of troubleshooting in real time.
Okay.
That is from the instructional standpoint. You will actually not be doing it by yourself. You will actually be passing instructions to others. So, in terms of just getting started, it is good, but make sure you don't get comfortable there for a long period of time if you want to switch industries. So, give yourself a kickstart for 2 to 3 months. Improve your communication, understand the technical gig of what happens when you do what, and how to things. Once you get the hang of it, you really have to start preparing your move or upgrade yourself. So if I have to draw a line, um, join the company, review yourself after 6 months. If you feel that your interest is still in going into cybersecurity or growing into IT field, then you need to put a hard stop and think, uh, because again, it is a BPO, and a long time in a BPO will get you nowhere. So 6 months maximum, start preparing. Post 6 months, if you are getting comfortable, remember this: you will struggle later.
Okay.
All right. Okay. Shiv sir, please mute.
Can I go ahead with my questions?
Sir, we will take more questions. I think I'm running into a time loop here. Let me complete this and we will come back to questions again.
Yes.
Okay. Now we have we I spoke to a couple of people and I understand. I mean, challenges is part of life. I mean, I'm not saying that we don't face challenges. Everyone does face challenges. Sometimes it is about getting a job. Sometimes about what you dreamed of becoming, but you were not able to. But remember one thing: uh, one until you have clarity of mind and you are working to achieve what you want to, it may not happen immediately, but it definitely will happen sooner than later. So keep that in mind and focus, commit to yourself, and start working on it. Uh, it is one of the coolest things that I have learned after joining CGC, because before that, uh, I definitely wasn't what really I am today. I did not have any platform to you know uh, participate in and speak my mind out. So the kind of presentation that I'm doing right now is one of the boon uh, I received from CGC. I'm just speaking myself. All right. Uh, Hope, commit, and carry out. You will definitely succeed. So we talk about spreading love in personal lives. Some people take that very seriously and they start spreading their resume. I mean, I don't understand what is the logic behind applying for 100 different jobs when you are searching for a job is a mindset that says, I am desperate for a job right now. And your desperation will not get you a job. I understand that emotional mindset and the conundrum that you are into, or the financial duress that you have, or you're thinking about your family. You have so many things to take care of that you're not able to respect, and I definitely understand that mindset. But if you are applying for 100 jobs, it means you are desperate, and it is very obvious when you're desperate, you lose your clarity. Desperation makes you go hayway. You lose your clarity. You don't know what you're doing, and you start doing everything that comes to your mind to get a job. But that is not how the industry works, because industry is using services that makes their life easy. So ATS, application tracking system, your same application running, same resume running to 100 different companies using the same ATS system. It means the system flags this particular person is applying everywhere, right? So it becomes a trend. Uh, so this person is a job hungry person. He is not serious about his career. That is the kind of message it sends. So please pay attention to what you're doing. Now let's talk about strategy. I'm sure a lot of people watch cricket, right? If Chennai needs 20 runs in 6 balls, and Mahendra Singh Dhoni is on strike, right? What will he do? General impulse is he hits 5 4s in the next 5 consecutive balls, or 4 6s on the next 4 consecutive balls. But let's say if he faces a tough bowler and the first ball he was not able to score at all. Conventional cricket says he should take a single and give chance to others, right? That's what conventional cricket is about. But from a leader's perspective, what he will do is he will stop the run, he will get into play again, play the next 5 deliveries, and make sure he crosses that line. So that initiative is where your seriousness comes from. He knows what he wants to do, and for that he is committed. He is not taking a single and giving the responsibility to the other person. Similarly, whenever you're applying for jobs, please make sure that you're taking your resume seriously. You're not leaving your resume to an ATS system or an interviewer. Read through, read the content, rate what you have mentioned in the resume, and make sure everything that you have mentioned in your resume is at the top of your head and is very organized, not very detailed. 7 pages or 10 pages resume, or 3 pages or 4 pages of resume is very outdated right now. I would not say it is not appropriate. Some people still use it, but it is very outdated, and too much of text takes the attention of the interviewer away. The shorter, the clearer, detailed resume that you have will make the communication, interview, and interaction very easy. So if you have a phone, take the screenshot. Do not apply for 100 random jobs. Send the same resume, or only apply to multinational companies. Apply and wait. Without any networking, you will not actually get jobs. Instead of that, what you can do is research 10 companies, target those companies, wait for them to post opportunities. Let's say if you want to work with Google, and you are a cybersecurity engineer, you want to work with Google. What I'll at the back of my hand, what I'll do is I will start searching for archive jobs from Google's when they hired for cybersecurity, and I will start going to YouTube and searching for how does Google organizes cybersecurity interviews. I will listen to a couple of interviews or a couple of experiences who have been to Google for a cybersecurity interviews. So the kind of questions that they faced is something that will give me a good place to start my preparation, right? So we talked about someone struggling with cybersecurity and they wanted to move to UAE. Sir, there are a lot of people who have made their YouTube channels. They have shared great amount of content. So the best place for you to start is using AI. Find out 10 good channels where cybersecurity careers, tips, tricks, and interview preparations are talked about, discussed, and start listening to what is happening real time and how you can obtain a job in a month or 2 months. So that is a best place for you to start. Similarly, for the person who's in Saudi, doing or waiting for the AWS or the cloud job opportunities. So pick 10 companies or pick one company that you're targeting. Find out how they share their job openings. All right. Wait for that. In the meantime, prepare. Go to archives from that particular company. Understand what kind of openings they share and what kind of keywords they have on their job application. So if you copy the link, come to ChatGPT, give the link and say, find me ATS keywords from this job post. ChatGPT will extract that and give it to you. So it is not very tricky these days, but ensure that you're doing it. Update your resume and map it to those keywords. This is very important. Before you apply for any kind of job, make it a standard practice. Copy the link of that job post, come to ChatGPT or come to Grok or come to Cloud AI or come to Gemini, give them the link, specifically prompt this, find out ATS related keywords for me. Okay? Once you receive that result, review your resume and see and underline how many keywords from this particular job I have in my resume. If you don't have that, redo your resume to apply it for that particular job and see if you can bring the maximum amount of keywords in your resume. So let's say there are about 20 keywords that you were able to find. You should at least have 70 to 80% in your resume. That is the cutoff for you to qualify. Okay, it is not very technical or robotic for you not able to for you not to pick on these things. There are a lot of tools which are resume writers, right? The AI has made life easy for people, but do not copy AI content onto your resume and copy paste that. Take ideas from AI, build your own resume, write your own resume. If you need grammar correction, take help. If you need sentence construction, take help, but do not copy paste. That is the worst thing that you can do. Because if let's say if I receive a resume and in the first 2 minutes I would know if it is a AI built or a handwritten resume. The choice of words, the annotations, the sentence constructions would make it very clear for me to understand if it is an AI built resume or if it is a handwritten resume. If it is an AI built resume, I am not wasting time on this particular resume, right? I will rather ask questions to you. And if you do that, if you take an AI built resume and go to an interview, remember this: the HR or the interviewer would come hard on you, be it that you are a fresher or you come from an experience, because in his mind you did not pay attention to building your own resume. Are you really serious about your job is what I'm the person is thinking, or what I would think at that point in time. All right, so that is about your resume. The next thing is startups offer better opportunities and better learning environment, because large companies have a process built in place. It's like you will become part of a machinery which works well in coordination. So you will have a specific role, and you will grow only in that particular role and not understand about anything else. But if you apply or start your career with a startup, you will be asked to do multiple things at a time. It will become challenging for you initially until you get comfortable. But the learning that you will have from a startup will not compare to, let's say, working in a startup for 3 years. I would say, in terms of learning, with a big tech company for 7 years, you could compare that. I would not say 10 years or 15 years, because that would be really inappropriate. But 5 to 10 years of a big company versus 3 years of startup is an ideal comparison. Apart from that, start building your network. Use LinkedIn and start reaching out to people. Build resume. Build network. Build connections. Drop personal messages to HR. Do not spam them. Okay? Do not spam anyone. One message in a month as a starter, and if you're receiving response from them, then continuing that conversation without bringing irrelevant conversations into picture. LinkedIn is pure professional platform. And if you're doing it for something else, then you're not suited for LinkedIn actually. So make sure you're not spamming that person, building network, sending messages, and waiting for them to reply. A polite follow up after, I'm saying 5 days here, but 15 days is still appropriate. A month is appropriate as well. All right, moving on. These are the best practices that you have to do in terms of what you actually want the companies to think about you. Apply while you are in final year for internships. Don't wait for your final year to complete before you actually start applying for internships, because internships are usually pre-approved with a budget decided, and companies usually have people applying for internship even before their graduation is complete. Just to give you an idea, the good IIT colleges like IIT Mumbai, IIT Delhi, Roorkee, these companies already have pre-decided internships. There are a list of companies that come to the campuses of these particular colleges, and they select based on the interest of the candidate. Now, if this opportunity is available for IIT graduates, it is also available for common people. You should not think these internship opportunities are only available for colleges, people coming out of IIT colleges. No, the problem here is not about education. The problem about here is about your information and your networking. Okay. Satya Nadella, I'm sure a lot of people have heard about him. He comes from Hyderabad Public School, HPS, Hyderabad. And when we asked, or when a person interviewed him, asked him about how he was able to crack through the corporate ladder, while it takes a lot of time for Indians to go through, the simplest answer that he gave was, I focused on what we were not doing, thinking we are Indians. So he literally spoke about breaking the ice. If you want to get comfortable in life, it is your choice. But if you want to grow, you have to travel the hard part. And he simplified it with one single liner, and he said, I focused on what we were not doing. And that gave me an opportunity to bring problems no one thought about. And it grew my leadership, and that is how I became visible. So that is the kind of approach a person should have in your life if you want to grow in your career. Average life expectancy is about 50 to 60 years these days. So 20 years already you've spent in education. So we're talking about the next 20 to 30 years, or 30 to 40, or even greater if someone survives. But the clarity of the road that you will take post your graduation matters really. And if you are well informed, and if you have your life sorted out when you are 22 or 25, believe me, you will have a great career and great personal life. So please start working on your clarity. Avail internship. A lot of people say or we listen to a lot of conversation when while people are coming back and saying, sir, they're offering internship but they're not paying anything. Sir, you are not I mean, it is maximum of 15 to 20,000 or 40,000 maximum that you will get from an internship, paid internship. But even if you're taking unpaid internship and you're mentioning that in your resume, it talks a lot about your commitment. Why are you worried about money all the time? So for people who are struggling with family commitments or fund crunches, I understand them not taking up on unpaid internship for people who are coming from decent family support, where they do not immediately have to start earning, but they are not taking internship out of pride or out of that being unpaid or taking that not seriously. Sir, you really have to think about your choices, because not everyone gets the internship opportunity. So please sort out those choices. Take it seriously and complete internship. The moment you have an opportunity to do an internship, either through invited nature or through personal references or any kind of other networks, please take that opportunity. If it is about finances that you're worried, maybe that could be an exception, but it differs from case to case, really. All right. So the action plan. Now, I want you to do this religiously, not just today. But if you start fixing your resume and update your LinkedIn profile, you're not a student. If you are attending this session, you're not a student. You may not have completed your graduation, but you're definitely not a student. So having a student profile on LinkedIn is as good as not having a profile. So stop using student tagline on your LinkedIn profile. Update that. Uh, Instead of saying I'm a student, say I'm looking for internships. All right. That is how you clearly send out a message. Apply for internship, start messaging people, and start following up. Don't spam. Be polite. Be humble. Only ask questions. Okay. Now, tips about reaching out and breaking the ice to new people. So you read a LinkedIn profile and you see that they have done internship at some company. So what you can do is, hi, the name of the person. I see or I understand that you have completed your internship from so and so company. I am really enthusiastic about internship opportunities and want to understand how you were able to avail that opportunity. That could be a question. Or could you share your experience working as an intern for this particular company? That could be an icebreaker. Or could you refer me to do internship? This could be an icebreaker. Hi, how are you? I'm looking for internship is not an approach. All right, just making it crisp and clear for you guys. All right. So market is not a problem, sir. Fix your resume, target the right companies, reach out, build something, and do it tonight. If you have any questions, I'll take the mic.
Hello. So you can unmute now and ask the question. I see some of you have put the question on the chat also, but feel free to unmute and talk directly to Adil bhai. Yes, sir.